You're on the Bible Forum. It's Sunday night. We do this every Sunday night from 8 until 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Love for you to join us in the chat room. I want to talk to you about what I call country boys. In Lebanon, Tennessee, a group of veterans got wind of a rumor that their local war memorial was going to be targeted for toppling by protesters. Instead of sitting around and watching footage of it on the nightly news, wondering if the statue toppling could have been prevented if we had only listened more closely to the property destroyers, they decided to do something about it. Being country boys, they got their rifles, and they went out and started keeping watch. One such Tennessean said, "I went and served this country for the country and everybody in it. My Marines and I were not black, we were not white, we were not Mexican, nor Chinese. We all called each other green. Different tone of green, but we were all green. That's how we were trained. That's how we think. That's the way we are now. We don't stand against any particular race, we stand for them. We stand behind the Constitution that all men are created equal, and we will fight and die for that." These people aren't coming here with just words. These are people who are trying to tear down this country. That's what I stand against. The standard conservative line against historical revisionism via statues toppling is that once you start at more historically dodgy figures, you end up at Washington and Jefferson. Well, we were wrong. In recent weeks, protesters have gone beyond the Founding Fathers. In fact, that's considered the basement of the mob's demands, the bare minimum of what they'll accept. In Boston, the city's famous Emancipation Memorial replica is being taken down because it shows Abraham Lincoln with a black man, his chains recently broken, on his knees. That he is on his knees in gratitude for what this white man did to set him free is not in their thinking. That the money that put that thing in place came from black men and women doesn't seem to matter. History is being lost. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh said last Tuesday, "As we continue our work to make Boston a more equitable and just city, it's important that we look at the stories being told by the public art in all of our neighborhoods. After engaging in a public process, it's clear that residents and visitors to Boston have been uncomfortable with this statue and its reductive representation of the black man's role in the abolitionist movement. I fully support the Boston Art Commission's decision for removal and thank them for their work." The original statue in Washington, D.C. was funded by donations from former slaves. But never mind all that. In St. Louis, meanwhile, protesters want a statue of St. Louis taken down. King Louis IX of France, a canonized saint in the Catholic Church, is ripe for cancellation because he took part in the Crusades. Now, for you public school educated viewers, the Crusades were against Muslims. Muslims who were rampaging across the Middle East and into Southern Europe, wiping out any and all vestiges of Christian or Western civilization, robbing, raping, burning along the way. He really should have checked his privilege during his reign in 1226 to 1270 AD, they say. The discouraging part about all this is there are plenty of conservatives who don't understand the importance of holding the line against these protesters. Give them Columbus, they say. It's not worth the argument. We're not going to win this one anyway. And yet more people are on our side than we know. These attempts to stand athwart history yelling woke is prima facie, meaning on the face of it, ridiculous. Let these veterans be a lesson that standing up for what's right isn't racist, hidebound, nor regressive. Instead, it's what the moment desperately requires.